Hey everyone, so this is a follow-up to something I mentioned in a previous video. I had said that Cybergirl by Mari Ana Farzana did not include the animations that it stated that it did come with. That is actually false. This does indeed have the animations, so I wanted this to be basically a retraction, correction, and a teachable moment. I did not realize something, and maybe you guys might not have either. So if you come across this, this could help you as well. So let's just get right into this. This won't be a long video because this is a very small package. So we're just going to do an import just so you know that we have a clean build. I've already downloaded it, so the import is very fast. It's the robots folder, it's Cybergirl, and we'll open up the scene. So what I said is that if you run this, as you can see, it's not animated despite the fact that this seems to be what's animated on the product page in the Unity store. And that if you click on the prefab, you can see that though there's an animator component, there's no controller. Also, there's no documentation. So I thought that they were missing because there's no folder for animations. However, if you open up Mesh and you come to the Mesh object, if you expand this, here they are. So it's easy enough just to make a controller for these. So let me show you how to do that. I'll show you that this is indeed working, and then a few thoughts at the end about how this could have been avoided. However, since those are subjective and those are opinion, like I said, those will be at the end, so you can just tap out if you're not interested in my opinion. So just gotta right click, create, and we'll go to animator controller, and we'll just call this CG for Computer Girl, Cyber Girl, excuse me. You open this and this should look familiar because this is where you can add animations. So let's just drag and drop. So since there aren't any here yet, the first one that you drag and drop will become the default state. So that is when this object gets instantiated, unless you have some code intervening, this is what it will automatically animate to. It will be idle. And then we could just drag and drop the other ones. There's run, and there is skill. Now, you can change this. So say you put this one here first, but you don't want it to be this one. You can just right click and choose set layer default state. And this is probably how I would do it in the game that I'm using this for. The characters walk into the environment and then they go into an idle state. However, I would not use transitions because it's based on timing. So I probably won't use transitions, but I'll show you how to use transitions just so you know. So right click, make transition, right click, make transition, and then have a complete cycle, right click, make transition. We'll go back to that. We'll move this over. It doesn't matter, but that way it's a little bit cleaner to look at so the lines aren't unnecessarily intersecting. And just like that, it will start as run, go to idle, go to skill, and then go back to run. And so now what you want to do is we click back on the character. We now have that animator controller for the animator component. And just like that, it now works. So as I said, this is an retraction that I was wrong, that this is indeed animated as the publisher said it was. I also made a point of going back to the product page, changing my review score, and rewriting the review saying that everything's been cleared up. So again, a teachable moment. I'm glad that it does work. I am less frustrated now because I had several that weren't working or had no documentation. So that's really the last part of this video, is that I think one of two things. Either A, they could have just made this controller. In fact, most packages that I've seen will have a controller. Or two, they could have at least included a text file that says, here's how to do it. I mean, if they're doing this on a Windows PC, open up Notepad and put in 1, 2, 3 lines of text saying how to do this. It's not like you need screenshots or anything, just so you know, because this is a case where it's easy if you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, it's frustrating. The good news is that although the publisher initially said that you don't necessarily need a controller, after I rewrote my review, she said that she would add a controller going forward. And that's certainly her choice. Like I said, either or, either include the controller or just have a text file saying, hey, here's the animations, because obviously there's different levels of knowledge. In this case, I was wrong, and it's important to admit when we're wrong. But now, if you guys didn't know, you know that this is one way that some publishers may present the packages for whatever reason she chose to, do it this way. But it does work as intended. And that's about it. It's a very small package, and I normally would not have a full video for this. But again, like I said, since I had made a mistake, I wanted to clear that up. And again, it's a teachable moment because it was something that I did not realize that I've known, and now I can show you guys in case you have any issues as well. Okay, so I think that's about it. So I hope you found this informative, and please enjoy the rest of your day.